Hey everybody, it is MonkeyPuzzle and welcome to episode number 41 of Exploring Ragnarok, and I am here in my little garden Mediterranean island villa estate. If you watched my last episode, you saw me build, and I have been doing some painting and some decorating and some leveling here, and I will show you the decorating in a second, but first I want to show you how I've been leveling. So while I've been doing this project, I have made it from level 94 up to level 96, and I am at the brink of getting to level 97. So I wanted to do that with you and to show you what I've been up to. I have been harvesting my little berry garden like mad here. I just come out here with my Bronto and swipe all the bushes down. It takes a little work. You got to get just the right angle with the Bronto and stuff. But you can see here just from a few swipes, his inventory was empty. Well, he wasn't empty. I had some narco berries in there. But I just filled up with all these other berries in just a couple swipes. I showed you that before. But yeah, he is loaded down. The big trick with it is that in another swipe or two, I'm going to get that black icon right there on the upper right that shows that all 300 slots of her? I actually don't know. His inventory is full. So it's been a great source of narco berries and other berries in general, and I have made tens of thousands of narcotics from it. So I will never need narcotics again. Quick little update before we begin with the leveling and stuff is that S Plus has updated, and it's been a tumultuous update. It was very ambitious, and there's been a lot of stuff in it. I'm trying to change a lot of mechanics. You'll see as you go along. But one thing that's really cool is the hitching post. Look at this. It looks just like a wood rail that you stick in the ground, but you can hitch dinos to it. So how cool is that? And they don't move. You can't ride them when they're like this. I haven't tested. I should go grab a raptor and throw it down. These guys are all on neutral, and see what they do when they're hitched. That'll be the thing. But in their inventory here, you can unhitch them, and the little line goes away, and then you can hitch them up again, and you get it back. It does this little weird thing where it swoops off when you first do it, but soon enough, it tightens up and comes back. There are some visual glitches from it, but that is a mechanic that has been a long time coming, being able to hitch your dinos up. So that's very cool. And there's a bunch of other stuff. They added like the nanny for raising small dinos, and oh my god, the list goes on and on. I haven't done that yet, those kind of stuff, but let's go ahead and get this chem bench going. Before I do that, one of the things, you gotta go gently through this one. It gets a little, got two doors on top of each other there. Let's make a Broth of Enlightenment. Let's turn this on. I've got 5 more rhino horns in here. A black pearl. Takes 2 each of the crops, and it looks like a little blue icy. I did a stream a couple days ago for about 5 hours. I didn't like it much, so I didn't leave it up, but we did a lot of this stuff on the stream, and we made a bunch of these little blue ices for leveling. I wasn't as organized as I would like to be, and I was a little thrown off because the whole pull mechanic of S Plus has changed. So used to be you could pull stuff straight into here from there. They did add some icons up here. Orion Sun did, where you pulled from those. Those worked in fits and starts. Now they're not there anymore, so I can't even pull like that at all. But what I can do is I've got this new transfer tool, and in addition to the transfer gun where you select the source and move all the contents, you can use the transfer tool to check out. It's really complicated, but it's pretty powerful too. So I can select the Brontosaurus, for instance, and I can say, give me some narco berries right there, and then I can say, take it to the S Plus chem bench right there. And I think the chem bench, oh shoot, I forget how many slots it has. We'll just go ahead and do that transfer. I guess it's got 100 slots because we just got 10,000 items transferred. I can't escape out of it. I gotta remember that. So this is now full of narco berries off the Bronto, which is a bit too much because I can't add any spoiled meat. Let's just do the spoiled meat the old-fashioned way. I've been also collecting that, and I actually could, you know what I could do is I could do this. I can say from all the dinos we want some spoiled meat. I could just search for it, but it's, by the time I did that I would have done this maybe. It takes a while. Right there. Okay, so off of all the dinos, the spoiled meat, and let's put it in my personal inventory. Transfer. Bang. So there was 117 scattered around on the various dinos. Still is trying to escape out. So we can just go ahead and put that in here. And then let's grab a little gasoline. You see I have a gunpowder project ready to start here too. Not too much, but a little bit. And we've got a space. Put that in there. Turn it on. Start making these. And drink our blue icy. So for 1200 seconds, I get 150% XP, I think. I don't know if it's plus 150% on the 100% or just plus 50%. But it still creeps along. But in the course of this video, as I do things, I should hit level 97, which is as high as I want to go. I've talked about that already. That's where you can get the Quetzal platform saddle. Nothing after that I'm that interested in, and I'm not desperate for engram points yet. I just got to make sure that I don't get too distracted and lose track of keeping this fed while we do some other things. First I want to show you around the decorating job I've done here, and then one last thing that we need to get in place. Ooh, little pause there. Gotta count everything I just transferred. One last thing we gotta do to make this whole little setup work here. As you can see, I got the crops going, and they're all completely full of fertilizer. These guys are full of fertilizer and stuff. So we got that part accomplished big time. What we need still is tree tap sap so that I can make taste cakes for snails and for ovis. And then once I get some ovis, we'll get the rancher going, and we'll have all the wool or pelt that we'll ever need. And if we get the snails going, then put some snails in here to eat the crops. We'll get plenty of cementing paste too. And this time maybe I'll use the fancy S Plus things that actually collect off of them. There's a there we go. The S Plus Animal Tender collects items from dinos that produce them over time. So it'll actually collect the fertilizer out of the beetles. Well, I guess other things will do that too, the gardener maybe. But it will take cementing paste out of snails. So that's all very interesting. So anyway, we got to have a plan for getting tree tap sap. So we'll get to that in the second part of this episode. I'm just going to make sure that I keep this all loaded up so we don't lose the time for making this broth. The only thing really hard in it is the rhino horns. Could be death horns. That would be really bad. But the rhino horns, it's just a matter of killing some hapless dinos, which I don't enjoy very much because I like dinos. They're very charismatic. So anyway, you can see that I have done a bunch of work here decorating. I got out the spray painter for the very first time. Had to learn how to use it on stream. I hardly ever paint my builds, but this time I did. Let me get a drink of water. Thirst. So I went for white on all the foundations, and then I did cyan on some of it, and then brick up there, and all the orangey parts are cantaloupe, and the roofs here are still brick. I thought those were the colors that really went with the images I've seen of like these Mediterranean island houses that are made out of adobe and stuff in real life. And they just seem to fit. You know, you only have, what, the 16 colors to choose from. I've never used cyan before. It's not my favorite color, but it really works with the seaside look here, and it's growing on me. I think it's very fitting for the place. I don't like the splotchiness of painting on adobe. which was one of the reasons I never really used it, but what the heck, you still get some color in there. It definitely really works on the frames of things and on the doors and on the stairs and stuff like that. So everything's painted all the way up, and then so I gotta remember to go through this more slowly, at least when I'm on camera. Open up, go through, and it still jiggles a bit. Whatever. I got some comments that the greenhouse didn't really go with the adobe at all. The metal structure didn't look appropriate with the rest of the kind of the other vibe of it, and it also made it look like scaffolding, like it was unfinished. So I painted all the greenhouse parts. Well, they're not officially greenhouse parts, they're S plus glass metal parts, and I did that with the cantaloupe, I believe. So that makes them look a little less blingy. They still do, but it fits. It definitely blends in with the rest of it now. So did that up, and there it is. There is that level up. Sweet and juicy level up. I got it. Yeah. He's excited. So in here, I can go ahead and level it up. Maybe I'll take stamina all the way up to 200. I gotta redo my stats here because this was wasted, the crafting skill one. It only gives me a few percent. So at some point I'll do the whole reset of that. But for now, I think it's either between that or speed. I could get speed up to a nice even number too. But let's do stamina. That comes in the most handy. And now, check it out. We can go all the way down to level 97. So that's cool. I've made it pretty much as far as I want to. The rest of this, you know, I'll be okay when I get there, but this is the last thing I really needed to make. The Quetzal platform is super important for making builds, especially tall builds, when you don't use the fly command in game, which I do not do that for building. So that's my little ethic, and I'm sticking with it. So I need that platform saddle, and man, it was a long haul to get there this time. People would have made it for me on the server. They did already. BLP made me one, I think. It was him or either BFun. But yeah, I want to be able to make it myself. Dang it. Make it legit. So next thing I did here, before I will show you all the eco stuff, let's just make sure that I'm still going here. Looks like I should add some more stuff, so let me just do that. We're gonna add a couple more rows of rotten meat in here. Do that, and search for it this time. SPOI will get me all the way there. Boom, boom, and then let's fill this up with berries. We can take all the narcs out, which might actually burden me. So let's oh, do it like that. Let's see. You know what I'll do is I'll just search for it, and then I'll just keep transferring until it gives me a little angry red message that I'm overburdened. Hey, we could do it. Okay, and then I'll get rid of those in here. Hello, Kimmy. We'll see my hello when we get there. Some narcotics. Transfer those over. Except, and you can see that this has 224 stacks of narcotics in it. So that's what got me there. Never need them again, although I'll probably still keep making a bunch more. And let me do this one more time to get some more berries off the Brontosaurus. So this has been my little thing I've been doing, and I did a lot of it off camera. I did a lot of it on camera during the stream, but you can imagine to start this project and the whole pull system had been changed while I'm on camera was a little disconcerting. I'm blind. Where is the chem bench? Either I'm completely blind or it has disappeared, but what I can do, well, I don't want to put them all into my personal inventory. We can put a max number. So let's do 20 stacks. So we'll do 2,000 narco berries from the Bronto. And then I still keep escaping. We'll put them in here. Keep it going. I got to use up those last 664 seconds of that Broth of Enlightenment, moving myself towards the tech gear, and I still got more of this to do. So we'll just grab some more of these and just get this thing filled up, and then I'll show you my interior decorating. Ooh, full of berries. So many berries. More berries than I've ever moved around. Well, probably not, but a lot of berries. Okay, so this is pretty much full up. Oh, and we gotta do this. Alright, we'll need to tend to that one more time before we're done. Just gotta make sure my little experience keeps blinking over there. So yeah, I haven't fully finished, but I don't want to go too far because I don't want to lose my FPS. I'm still over 60 FPS for the most part, but I think it's taken about a 10 or 15 FPS hit for all the little things I've added. But I've added lighting, which we'll have to finish out at night so you can see that. But let me see, I got a fountain, and this little archway of lighting is really cool. We got a hanging plant. This is a cooker, which acts like a grill that uses kind of the speed of the industrial grill, but it uses wood. I'm just using it to make charcoal right now. And then the dye mixer is awesome. You can make dye with just berries. You don't need the rest of the ingredients, which is cool. And I like this thing. This is called the green box. So that's really pretty and neat. I like that. And then what else did I do? More lights everywhere. Got a whole little spread of snacks and food here for guests, and I had a little dinner party where folks were hanging out and having some beverages and some food, and left a couple beer bottles around that I need to clean up. Whoa, okay. A little snapping around there. Got some bread and some herbs and some furniture. I did a little gardening out here. I planted a bunch of flowers. I still need to finish my garden out some. But yeah, let me see. I've got my little bonsai trees here, which are very cool. They're sitting on their little side tables. So those are neat. This is my favorite here. We've got a birdcage. So he's outside while the weather's good, enjoying the view, hopping around. I think they took a RG model and painted it black. So it's kind of like a raven. I like that a lot. And then in here, let me see, mostly just lighting in here, and then I've got candles on the wall. War map, that's vanilla. And then let me see, I've got some little desk lamps and some little picture frames and a little book on the table. And there's probably other things I added that I'm forgetting, but yeah, just kind of really detailing it out, and it really adds to the immersion and the realism of the thing, which I think is super cool. So I've been enjoying that a lot. Let me check one more time. We're down to 460 seconds. Let me just do the thing of getting this full again. I know this is not the most exciting part for you guys to see, but I just wanted to show you the process I've been doing to get this, and it does still involve some work, but it's nice to be able to transfer stuff around like this. See if it shows the chem bench this time. Where'd the chem bench go? Why is it not in here anymore? Huh. We'll do personal inventory. Hopefully I don't get too overloaded. Well, it'll just give me as much as I can carry. So there we go. Got that. Yeah, so adjusting to a whole new system. Oh, Bronto out? Have to check. And I've done a lot of just carrying it around when I got impatient with S+. It is. Okay. So that's all the berries off him. So we'll have to get some more loads in. But I still got plenty in the fridge. I should. Over here. Get a bunch of narco berries. And load it up. Okay. And get them in. Alright. And then keep crafting going. Looks like I'm going to do that one more time. I'll just skip ahead. I'll just get it loaded up. And then we will move on to the next thing. Okay, I think I got that loaded up enough to get me through the last 175 seconds of that Broth of Enlightenment. That should definitely do it. So the next thing, besides showing off all my interior decorating, is over here in the whatchamacallit, the ecoTrees Redwood crafting table. I got set up for a solution for the tree sap. You know, what I could do is I could just put a platform on one of the existing redwoods over there. Ooh, it's gotten hazy today. Over in that little gully, there's a few of the full-size trees, and I have used those in the past. Not on this map, but on other maps. You know, I wanted to try using the eco stuff because I can, and that's a new thing for me to do. The other option would be using the S Plus Industrial Grinder. There is a recipe in there where you can turn cactus sap into tree sap, and the grinder would be a cool thing for XP as well. That's how a lot of people do it with the leveling up. But that feels a little bit more cheaty to me than actually making my own redwood tree. I don't know why. Getting sap from cactus sap seems reasonable enough. It'd just be a different kind of sap. But we'll probably end up doing both. So in here, what I can do is, first thing, I'm just going to make the wooden platform. I don't think we need the metal one. So go ahead and do that. And then I want to make the big tree. So that is this one, the Eco Snappable Redwood tree. So we're going to take both of those with us. That one. And I think that's the tree right there. You can also make where is it? A redwood tree stump that you can also use as a base for Eco Sap Tap. A little weird, but let's take that with us as well. And then I've already gone ahead and made 8 of these Eco's tree sap taps that are, oh wait, no, I made the S Plus ones. Ooh, that's the wrong ones. Here, let's go ahead and make 8 of these ones. And then I may have to recycle these guys, because these are the ones that work with her trees. It's getting a little confused with the S Plus and the Ecos. So, but apparently her trees have 4 snap points, which means conceivably you could put 16 of these on. I'm going to have to try that. That'd be a great way to get a bunch of sap going on. So we'll carry these just in case they work on her trees, but I don't think they're going to. Anyway, I think we're going to let this be now. You can see I've actually gotten not quite halfway, maybe like 2/5 of the way up to level 98 just now. So definitely getting to the levels I've never been to. And soon we will be at level 100. So that's pretty cool. You see I got a hitching post up here as well. Got everybody all hitched up, and you can leave your flyers on neutral and hitch them up. But I have to test what happens still, like I said, with when there is an attack. But let's go find a place for this redwood tree. Let's go plant a tree. What do you say? Oh, and yeah, over here at the lighthouse. Ooh, what a hazy day for recording. It is what it is. I can't control the weather here on Ragnarok. You know what I can do, though, is I can try to restart my client and see if that does it. It's sometimes switching sky quality and restarting your client will do it. Well, that does not seem to have helped the haze at all. Now it's thicker. Found when you change the sky quality, you actually have to restart your client for it to fully take effect. So now we got the full fog weather. But anyway, over here you can see with the S Plus update, Orion Sun also completely redid the glass models, or he did something to optimize them. So they're supposed to be less taxing on the client now, which is great for rendering. But I have to totally redo all the model selection and the transparency selection, both on my whole base here and on my boat. And MonkeyHeim needs help that way too, so I've just been avoiding that. But we'll get to that. So I'm going to fly over to where I think I'm going to do this redwood planting. I was thinking about putting one right there, because we got the baby redwood trees there. But there's no big ones there. That would be the closest place to do it, but I think I'm going to mainly fast travel over here. You know what, I forgot to bring was a bed, but I'll go ahead and grab that later. Just to be able to fast travel over and grab all the sap and put it in a box, and then go ahead, you know, and just keep collecting it that way. So one of two places I was thinking about putting this tree is either right there on that rock, if it will let me, and it could be in the middle of this little kind of smallish lake, but it's got a pretty nice view. There's no big redwoods here, but it's an appropriate spot. I mean, clearly I'm not just sticking a redwood on the Mediterranean island over there, because that would just be all wrong. I guess, I mean, you can plant a redwood, but to have it be that big, it certainly wouldn't plant it itself, and it just doesn't fit the whole biome of the place. The other place I was considering putting it is over here in the deeper redwood area, which is over here. And there's this other lake right here that's actually got some big redwood logs, and in a few little places, like a little speed. Ooh, right here, there's an actual big redwood. I could have put a vanilla platform on this one. I could try to tie the two together. I can always change my mind and pick these up. I was thinking if I did it here, I put it maybe here and be able to tie platforms together between this one and that one, and then maybe also be able to tie it into this area up here, which is kind of a walkway to get around. So maybe let's try it here first. If you guys think I should really put it in the other one, I still can. And there's going to be a bunch of bad things here. Let's kill them. Get through the dive. We'll just do it this easy way. Let's not get the Dimorphodon in the fight. You might think it is already. Dang it. Alright, as long as his buddies don't show up, I think we're good. Oop, and I've already started doing a little tree removal. Let's see if I can get off without being harassed here. Hopefully. And get my axe out. And then, let's see, we want the tree right there. We've got a stump as well. Actually, I should keep those on in case I get some microraptors. And then we've got a platform. So let's get that down. And a few bites of food. So yeah, I was thinking putting the tree right out here somewhere. I'll have to see how it connects up with the... you know what, actually, we'll use the griffin. Because otherwise I'm just going to get like totally burdened down with wood. But we want to clear out right around here. Can leave a lot of this, but we don't want too much competition for our tree. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. I reserve the right to finagle this later, but check that out, man. I've got a whole redwood tree that I can plant. I'll have to try the platform on the other tree and see if I can get them right where they just connect up. But for lack of knowing right now, let's just go ahead and place it. Wow. That's too cool. Alright, I just planted a 1,000-year-old redwood. And then now, let's see if I can get this guy out. And we can snap that on. Snap. And is there a higher snap? No, that's as high as it'll snap. So I guess the 4 are down there. So we got that one. That's still pretty good though, as far as like not really embedding into that cliff. And things could jump down though. I'd have to build a wall up there, but I could connect them. So yeah, we got our 4 snap points. That's the low one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 4 for now and see how that is. I'll mess around with this, but I'm just showing you what I'm messing around with before I get too far with it. And then let's try the Sap Taps. So let me see. These are the ecotree ones. these are the S plus ones. The S plus ones probably will not work here at all. So let's try Eco. Yep, Eco works right away. So I may have to make one of these for each level. Now I'm going to be wanting the Platforms Plus mod so I can have little wedgies to go down between. But there we are. We are officially collecting sap. It's in its biome. Even though we kind of pushed the issue a little bit. Yeah, so I'm probably going to want to connect up with that one. We're going to connect up with this. And yeah, that'll be it. I'll put a bed over here. We'll fast travel to it. Haven't got any sap yet. But that's where my sap will be coming from to start with, at least. So there we go. We're planting trees. So that's about it that I wanted to show you guys today. I'm going to go back over to the island and I'm going to rejoin you once it's nightfall. Just because I want to show you the lighting I've done. I think it looks pretty good. And we will sign out with that. So I'll see you in a moment. Alright, so there it is at night, and you can see I've got lighting all over the place. I've got these little garden lights here and there. These ones are outlighting the ramp so you don't trip on the way in. And then I've got these little hanging lights around too that go on the wall. And then of course this little archway of the bulbs here. And I've got the bulbs under there and under there. Enough to light it up, but if you're hanging out here checking out the view, that wouldn't really destroy the you know, the starlight and stuff like that. So not too much to really mess up your eyes. And then yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Inside here, let's go through the greenhouse. You can see I've got both of those kinds of lights in here too. Not super bright, just enough that when it's dark and you haven't gammed up that you can see what's going on. It's quite nice mood lighting, I think. And then in here I've got the light bulbs again. They're a little big. I wish they were a little smaller. But just keeping my little workspace all lit up. And then you can see the nice glow from the candles on this side. And these little desk lamps are pretty cool too. It gives just the kind of right amount of little station lighting in here. So that's the whole thing. Hope you guys like what I have done so far. Alright everybody, so with that I'm gonna sign out. Thank you for watching until the very end of this video. Hope you liked the little Mediterranean garden villa estate, whatever we're gonna call it. And if you have any suggestions or comments or whatever, please let me know down in the comments. I love getting your comments and all your input and all of that. And in the meantime, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.